So guys, this video, welcome back to the channel by the way, is about the Dallas Cowboys. We'll have to do another video on another situation with the owner on the next video that I will put in here that I post. This video is now, not only are the Cowboys trading Amari Cooper, probably right now their best wide receiver. And I think is kind of a mistake. They could be trading or just cutting him and DeMarcus Lawrence. They franchise tagged Dalton Schultz, their 25-year-old tight end from Stanford, draft pick from 2019, who's become a good tight end. They have uncertainty at tight end with Blake Jarwin with his hip surgery. They have offensive line woes. Looks like they're probably going to let Connor Williams walk, the draft pick a few years ago from Texas. That was a tackle, never played guard. Thought that was a mistake. They should have kicked him to tackle. I don't see anything out of Mitch Hyatt. I don't know why they've kept him. I don't know if they see something and they're just waited and they're going to put him out. You got Josh Ball, your draft pick from Marshall from last year. Not sure what he'll be. And they had a legal issue, which we're not going to go into right now. Tyler Biadasz, you're not sold on him apparently. Connor McGovern's a good guard. The kid you drafted at guard last year, didn't see much from him. Terrence Steele, you did see some promise from him at right tackle, not so much at left tackle. Alex Alicorn, you didn't see anything out of him at tackle last year. So now there is speculation that they are taking fielding trade calls on Lael Collins, who I would put back at guard, kick Connor Williams to tackle, and roll with that group. Then again, you still have to fix left tackle because you can't depend on Tyron Smith either anymore with injuries. You have them interested in Bailey Zappi, the quarterback out of Western Kentucky in this year's draft. I think that would be good to put in the mix with Will Grier, Ben DiNucci, and Cooper Rush as backup to Dak Prescott. Let those guys compete throughout OTAs, training camp, mini camps, all that, and see which one or two guys come out ahead of all of them and really give us a good shot at a good young backup. I'll do another video on him and why I like him as a possible draft pick later in the draft, if possible, to the Dallas Cowboys this year to upgrade at a position behind Dak Prescott that has not been upgraded since you had Tony Romo behind him after he come back from his injury in 2016. That was the best backup you've had behind Dak yet. And Mike White was okay. Never seemed to flourish in Dallas. Did all right with the Jets, but that doesn't seem to be going anywhere there either. And the free agent prospects aren't very glamorous. The only one I might consider out of the bunch right now would be Marcus Mariota. That might be an upgrade, but you can't be sure because of his health and his lack of starting time in the last few years. But if they trade Lael Collins, what would you ask for draft compensation? I would say no less than a second round pick. I don't think you're going to get a package of picks and players for him because not a lot of teams are looking. Now, the one thing about Lael Collins, I'll say though, you might, because he does have versatility at guard and tackle and excels at both. So there is versatility there. That might make the difference. But how many teams are going to need that? There's quite a few, I think. The Raiders come to mind, the Broncos. And that AFC West, the Broncos are going to need all the help they can get. But they did just give away a bunch of draft picks and some players. So they might not have the weaponry necessary to go after Lael Collins. Like, let's say, New England might Miami needs offensive line help. Atlanta could definitely use it, depending on what they do at quarterback or if they trade Matt Ryan. That's still a possibility. Trading season is not over, guys, by any stretch of the imagination. And kind of thought today would be a little quiet. And now you had the Khalil Mack trade to the Chargers. You have talk about Derek Carr getting traded to the Colts. Carson Wentz has been traded to the Redskins. I'm sorry, the Washington Commanders. Oh my gosh. Sorry, guys. I've been a football fan since I was little. I was born in the 80s, so it's going to take me a little while to get used to Commanders. It took me, I still wasn't used to the Washington football team. Now I got to get used to the Commanders. Whatever. But this is going to be a big season for Dallas, and they might lose more than they can handle. And we've seen before, if Dak Prescott doesn't have all the pieces around him, he is not going to be able to carry this team on his back. No way, shape, or form. So let me know what you guys think. Is it a good idea to try to trade La'el Collins? And what kind of draft compensation would you seek for him? I'm asking no less than a second round. If a team's needy enough, there's not a big supply of guards and tackles in free agency. Now, there are some really good guards and tackles in the draft. So you don't really have teams in a vice necessarily. But everybody's looking for quality offensive linemen, it seems like, almost every year. So guys are getting hurt. You never know who's going to get hurt or go down for the year. So it should be interesting. It's going to be an interesting year for the Cowboys. Let me know what you guys think. Like, subscribe, comment, share this video, hit the notifications. That way you'll be notified every time I put out a video. I try to put out at least a minimum of 2 or 3 a day. Don't do videos on Sundays, but I try to compile enough during the week to make up for that. Some of the videos aren't from my TV, so not as quite as visual because I am at work. So that is what it is, but let me know what you guys think. Like, subscribe, help this channel. Really does help the channel. Whoops. Sorry guys, wrong image here. Yeah, so just let me know what you guys think and like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.